Oh wait, can you guys see me? Oh my gosh, it's me. You found me, Waldo. And you'll find me later on in this episode, episode 6 of Waterdeep Dragon Heist. Stay tuned, this was our Halloween episode where I get to put on a little show for the players and do a little bit of trickery. Unfortunately, one thing about this episode though is the first 25 minutes or so, we lost some of the footage because the stream crashed. So, technical problems are always a thing, but luckily we had a backup recording that Cade made, and we're going to use that for the footage for the first 25 minutes or so, and then we'll go back to the rest of the episode where you guys will see me dressed up as Waldo of Waterdeep. So I know this is usually the dreaded shopping episode, but actually I thought this was a really fun episode that we did. I really enjoyed it. All of my players had a great time doing the social aspect and the exploration component. There's no real combat in this episode. We'll be getting to that shortly, but I thought this was a really great opportunity for our players to really develop their characters, and it's a really fun thing that I'm setting up later for a bunch of side quests. But fun fact, what a lot of people don't know is that Waldo is actually a wizard of Waterdeep. Sorcerer? Wizard of Waterdeep. Made his hand. Yeah, it's on the wizard spell list. And what wizard would not practice the arcane arts? Where is my cane anyways? I should probably summon it using my arcane mage hand. Huh. Because it's a cane. It's arcane magic. Here, let me send that back. Mage hand.
Ready to go. Sorry, I had some issues with my costume last minute that really made me push it up to the wire here, which I was not expecting.
Wait. Should I reload? Because you're not loaded, man. I want to see this. I want to see you take off your clothes.
Hell yeah. That's getting clipped.
Waterdeep, where legends are told, our heroes rise so brave and so bold. With Tzar, cunning, and Hurk's righteous might, they venture forth into the night. Bigfoot Lebowski lurking below, fierce shadows dancing wherever they go. Captain Mako sails the seas with fish to be found. Together their fates start to be bound. Vicarious ventures.
All right, so you can see me now, right?
Yes.
All right, sweet. So what happened was we're running a campaign in Waterdeep, right? So I thought, all right, well, who better than someone who's a resident of Waterdeep to dress up as? Unfortunately, my costume got delayed twice. Good old Amazon Halloween delays. So I had to improvise today, and I went out and got a different costume because it didn't arrive. So what I wanted to be was Gale of Waterdeep. So I don't know if you guys can see, but I got the earring that Gale wears. That's the only part of the costume that I got so far. So I'm wearing the Star of Mystra.
Okay.
So like.
You know what really sucks about this is that he actually looks like Gale.
And I used to have the long hair like Gale too. So earlier in the campaign, we went to Durnan's Tavern in the Yawning Portal, and Fia, one of our characters, our shadow sorceress, learned of this secret kind of plot that was going on with the Castellanter's family. She talked to Durnan, and the code word for that was "Where's Waldo?" So
there he is.
Our players went off looking for this Waldo fellow, and they never did find him. But they described him as wearing all red and white stripes with the red sash.
Gorgeous.
This is so extra.
So we have Waldo of Waterdeep.
We finally found him.
I was gonna say Gale of Waldo.
Good job, man. You got me.
Nice.
We got the hat, of course.
He's got the hat too.
That's gonna get hot, man. Oh yeah, you got the hair too? That's good.
Yeah, he has the hair like on the side too, just like Waldo. It's perfect, man.
I got the pimp king.
Nice.
Hell yeah. Oh wait. He
Oh,
also
man.
wears. Wait, there's one more thing.
Yeah, he has the glasses. Yeah, put on your glasses.
Everything's a little blurry.
That's gorgeous.
That's better.
I gotta take a picture of this.
So I'm not gonna use the pimp cane on you guys today. I'm a nice guy, but
Honestly, this might get you some streamers, some viewers, because it's gonna be like, "Where's Waldo?" in the corner of the stream. And everyone's gonna be like, "What the fuck?" Let's see that.
I cast disguise self. Anyways, where we left off is we were left off right in the middle of you guys doing some shopping. So I think you guys are in an old Xoblob shop where there's a rather eccentric half or deep gnome who owns a shop, and his name is apparently Xoblob, but he's not old Xoblob. He's a new Xoblob. And you guys are right in the middle of looking through his wares. And I think that Hurk's already thinking about buying a few items. I think he's buying them on behalf of Tzar because he's getting the discount for using all of his puns. You know, like any of the eye-related puns. Xoblob is just a sucker for that. It's weird how many characters in this universe seem to like wordplay. It's very strange. That must be part of. I think that's also a Forgotten Realms thing. I have no control over it really. All right, so
God, this universe just really likes it.
So you guys are about to go shopping, and I think that we last left off with Hurk about to purchase. It was a wand, a feather quill thing. It was like a pimp cane. It was basically. It looked a lot like the thing from Jurassic Park. It was weird. It was almost like a stick that had like a sturge in it. If you guys will recall, a sturge is a mosquito-like being that is trapped in amber. And then what was the third thing, Charles? Do you remember?
Let's see. I wrote down a pimp cane, a mask, a quill, and a beholder stuffed doll.
Well, yeah, you were buying that on behalf of Tzar, who said he was going to pay you back.
Yeah.
I think so.
Sure.
He said, yeah.
Filling me with confidence.
Yep. You paladin, you silly paladin, you. Trusting the rogue with buying money on his behalf. Classic, man.
Classic rogue. Okay.
All right, so with that, you go to walk up to Xoblob. He's still sitting kind of like he's got his legs dangling off of this glass countertop. I don't think I had the images up for you guys, so I just put them right on the map. If you guys look on your left, you see that's where he's sitting on. Essentially, is want some fan art that by the community there. They drew that for Xoblob's shop. And then this is my depiction of Xoblob, where you can see kind of like in the background, there's the lanterns and stuff. And he seems to be, he's got his little mini hookah device, hookah-esque thing. Of course, it's not real hookah because, that doesn't exist in this universe, right? And he seems to be smoking on, he's got a pipe, he's got a hookah, he's got like all sorts of things. And the whole like shop is filled with this purple haze. So so go up. You can go up, and if you want to talk with Xoblob, you can go ahead. Hurk?
Yeah, I'm just gonna, as I'm like checking out and like handing over some coins, I ask him about his haze. I'm like, what do you got in that hookah there?
Oh yeah, I tell you, got some good stuff in here. What'd you say your name was?
Hurk Dragon.
That's a nice name, Hurk. Yeah, I got some good stuff in here, but it's not for sale. Only for my VIP customers, my regulars. I tell you what, you come back to my shop again, maybe I can hook you up. I'll hook you up with some. I call it hookup.
Okay,
I'll hook you up with some hookup. Well, smoke some hookup, man.
I just want you to know, I am not a narc.
Oh yeah, I know you're good, man. I can tell. I got an eye for these things,
Okay. Next time then, I will hold you to that.
And almost like on cue there, so like he mentions only VIP customers, and suddenly there's a rattling at the door. And as you guys turn around, you see the half shattered frame of the door that's sort of hanging on one hinge. A small figure emerges from behind the door, peeking around. It's none other than FF Digsin himself.
Oh,
very strange.
Oh, my little buddy. He came back. He's like a dog, He's like one of those golden retrievers, You put up between yourself and your fucking bitch of a wife, and then boom, comes to you.
Our companion Digsin has returned. Welcome, my friend. We are shopping currently. Please come and join your buddy Mako Tsunami. Me.
Oh shit, Xoblob, I'm so sorry about the door. I just remembered that I busted that in.
Hey, don't worry about it, baby. I know some halflings are pretty good with their hands. That probably helped me replace it. Speak of the devil, if that isn't my old friend, Digsin. How's it going, baby? Haven't seen you in a while. I'm sorry I started without you. You know, I got this new shipment of some really strong stuff, and I had to give it a little test run before you came. So FF Digsin is clearly a regular here at the old Xoblob shop.
I know my way around here. Give him a familiar greeting. What's up?
What's up?
What's up?
So next, it's almost like a spell that takes hold of everyone. Everybody, give me a saving throw for charisma.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna choose to fail it.
Yeah, you can certainly choose to fail.
Saving throw.
Oh, wow.
So who rolled that? Mako? Mako, you as a very charismatic individual yourself are somehow able to resist the magical pull of the wada, and you seem to look around at everyone wondering, is this like a land dweller, some sort of ritual that you not familiar with? But Tzar, so we're gonna take that first number there, the 4.
All right.
You instantly join in with your own. What's that? What's that? And then it all stops. And you're like, huh? And nobody thinks it was weird that happened. Everybody's like, oh yeah, that's what happens.
Everything that just happened was totally normal, right? Yeah.
So Zab's like, come on, Dixie, come in, baby. I got that special new edition of Volo's special novellas. You want to take a gander? And he directs you over. There's a section. Let's say it's there's like a display case like over here. You guys can like sit down. There's like a reading area. There's like some comfy chairs. It looks like there's kind of like a cozy vibe. Like people can go sit around here. There's like a private area off to the side. And it seems like there's display cases that are full of all these different books.
Okay.
Cool.
So I guess I'm gonna check those out.
All right, so you can walk over here. I think they're over here. Just all along there. And so you want to check out the inventory we've got for the latest in Volo's novellas, which I believe Digsin was a fan of, if I recall, because we wanted to. I think you didn't want his autograph necessarily when you saw him, but I think you knew of him and you were a fan of his.
Yeah.
Some of his books, but not necessarily his guides, like Volo's Guides to Monsters and Volo's Guide to Waterdeep, the Enchiridion, but more like some
Really
of that
looking for the fiction.
that chult fiction, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
All right,
So
so he's got quite the collection. There are some newer ones and some older ones mixed in there in varying levels of use. You move past a few of them that seem to have their pages stuck together. Those ones you typically avoid. You go to the newer section, the section that he kind of sets aside. So Xoblob does a little with like almost like a little imaginary flute, and it pops open the display case so you can see it. And you see there's various books in there. The first one is like, obviously you go to one of your favorites, which is part of the Astral Plane Chult Monster Flank Formation trilogy. And the astral is spelled with ASS, of course, is the astral plane. And Chult, of course, is known for its dinosaurs. And the flank formation, that's pretty self-explanatory. So you go around there, you see there's another book called 50 Shades of Fae. You see there's the Memoirs of a Ganassi. You see there's the Wizard of Ooze. That's a classic, really. Pride and Prestidigitation, which is like, when you make a cool spell in the D&D world. Prestidigitation is like what you do for that. There's a newer book in there, and it's like minted, and it's called Whims of Gods. Pretty good. It's you've heard of this one actually. It's an up and coming author. She's really good. In fact, I would say she's one of Volo's rivals. And it's part of the reason why he's been having these financial troubles recently. She's also she does have like another set of adventurous tales that is the true and impossible tales of Tenebrow Morrow, which is her name, Tenebrux Morrow. The True and Impossible Tales, which is it's a pulp serial following the real life exploits of an interplanar ship's captain, Captain Morrow. And you know of her actually because you frequent the Yawning Portal, right? So she does have a room in the Yawning Portal if you guys want to talk to her. She's, like I said, she's kind of like Volvo's rival. She's a very mild-mannered woman, but she almost never leaves her room at Yawning Portal. So it's highly likely that these true and impossible tales of her traveling through the astral plane in her ship called the New Bride are probably pure fiction, but they're very good.
Mm.
You also see there's a Womb of Annihilation. You see that there's Jurassic Pork. There's something just called Plunder My Undermountain. The Scroll Book, which is like a sappy love story about an old man.
Hey, what's next? Ask the Mouse Volume 3?
And then, of course, there's Volo's Guide to the Behavior of Nymphs. That's just some of them. I mean, if you want to hear more, there is. But I mean, those are the general. Those are what jump out at you. Any of those you want to buy? So they're just like a silver a piece.
Okay. I'm intrigued by this rival, and
Sure.
what was the?
Would you like to
title
buy
of
some of her books? She's got the one called The Lady Buck, The Buckaroo, and the Mimic Wardrobe, which is pretty good. She's got one called Eat, Pound, Love. It follows a paladin oathbreaker and his various tales. She's got the aforementioned True and Impossible Tales of Tenebrux Morrow, and Astral Plane Chult Monster Flank Formation books.
I'm got the worst memory. True and Impossible Tales. Is that what you said?
You want the True and Impossible so you pick up and start examining the True and Impossible Tales of Tenebrux Morrow, Volume 1. There's actually 4 volumes. It looks like he just only has the first volume.
Well, that's a place to start. 1 silver. That's not bad.
Yeah, so you grab that, and it's kind of like you have like a running tab.
Yeah. I've also been on the lookout for Mimic Eats My Ass. Does he have that one?
Oh man, someone just bought that the other. I'll tell you what, I will hold it for you, but you should really check out the not the Lion Witch in the Wardrobe, the Ladybug, the Buckaroo, and the Mimic Wardrobe. I heard that's very good. Underappreciated.
What those tongues do, though.
Yeah, with those purple tongues, baby, they can do just about anything. I would know. You gotta last a little bit, and you can see that he's clearly got a purple tongue himself. So, do you want to grab some of those books? Do you want to get all the books, or you just want to get those?
Just the one for now. I think is good.
True and Impossible Tales. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So 1 silver, and it's yours. So So you go ahead and do that. And do you what's going on as he's buying these books? How's everybody reacting to it? Anybody want to join in or ask Digsin what the hell he's doing here or anything?
Knowing what little I know of Digsin so far, I'm not surprised at this behavior at all. This is just extremely par for the course.
Yeah, pretty much. It's just like, hey, you're back. Our buddy's back.
Yeah, I'm mostly looking at my weird taxidermy eye creature, thinking to myself, like every time you say another book title, I look back like, huh, and then I come back and huh, just like that whole time. So I've been kind of distracted while perceiving this creature.
Where are you right now, Tzar?
Right,
are you in the
next to
back of the
creature.
shop still?
Yeah. Right next to the taxidermy.
Okay, so I want you to, so you can come around now if you want to, as this purchase happening, you can come around to the front of the shop if you'd like, or you can stay behind this table right here. You're, remember, 2.5 feet tall.
Okay, so I can't see anything.
Right.
All right. Well, I can look under the table. I'm gonna kind of like look around to be like, what the fuck's he going on?
Okay. So you're still kind of in the back of the shop, down there in the shadows. Kind of. This is like the window, the front window here, and there's a table here. There's, yeah.
Do I perceive something in the over on this end of the shop that might be attractive to my interests?
There's nothing in particular. You can browse around. There's various items, and you do see it like on the front of the window here. There's a big old sign that says the buy one get one spring sale is on and all that stuff. But other than that, nothing really out of the ordinary.
So I can get another taxidermy creature on Hurk's credit.
Yeah, I was just wondering. So there's a Joker doll. There's some haunted dolls. I mean, there's some dolls here. There's some small porcelain dolls, some plushy dolls. But right now, Hurk is buying shit for you. So I just didn't know if you wanted to.
You know?
Are you watching him? Are you across the shop from him? Or are you like gonna go up next to him while he's buying, or what are you doing? Just gonna hang back?
I'm gonna You already told all the weapons to Hurk, and there's no special shovels. I don't think.
Well, you can check out the weapons if you'd like.
Let's take a look. I want to look for some shovels. You know, see if there's a good one, like a tactical shovel.
Okay.
With like a
you don't see anything necessarily that looks so much like a shovel. There is a katana here. There is this long like hook like thing. It looks like it was almost like the large, like the big toe of some sort of creature. It's like a hooked kind of thing. It's like it's black. It's much larger than your little talons. Yeah.
You think I could strap it to myself?
Yeah. Would you? Or do you want to pick up anything, or just want to look?
I'm interested in that specific claw that is much bigger than my claw. So I've got, a little bit of I'm a little claw.
It's proportional to your body.
Yeah. So it looks like you're trying to make up for something as you pick this thing up, but yeah, it appears to just be. You can't really detect if there's any magical properties. You can on any of these items, guys. If you want to check it out yourself, you can do an Arcana check. Or you can ask Xoblob and he'll tell you what it does.
Hey, Xoblob. Hey, Zobs. Hey,
Xoblob looks over and he's like, what? Oh, what?
Down here.
He looks over. He looks down and she goes, oh my God, a kobold in my shop?
Hey, whoa, relax. I'm with the big guy, huh? Okay.
Oh my! I thought you were this dog or something. You best keep your hands to yourself, you kobold. Nah, no, I got my eye on you, Kobe. I know you're kind.
Hey, how about you relax, old boy?
And so, as you recall, there's a long-standing feud between kobolds and deep gnomes specifically because they both love exploring the underground, and your people hate their people, and there's people absolutely hate you. But Xoblob's a pretty chill dude, you've noticed. So he doesn't outright cast you out of his shop just for being just because you're a kobold, but he definitely didn't see you hiding behind this table here before.
Okay, it's like, okay, Xoblob, look. I've been up on the surface for a good 12 hours now. You've been up on the surface for how long? I don't know. Looks like forever. Let's leave our little blood feud aside and just proceed with a little commerce. So
he lets out a big thing of air finally. I come up from the surface. I come up from the surface from the air every now and then. And apparently he's been holding his breath the entire time you guys have been talking. Because deep gnomes apparently have a incredible lung capacity. In fact, Xoblob seems to be able to hold his breath for at least 10 minutes at a time.
Okay.
And so he's like, listen, baby, it's all free. They say love is blind and whatnot, but
sorry, did you just say this is all free?
That's what I heard, buddy.
Say what?
Did you just say all this is free?
I'll be honest with you, man. I don't know what I just said. But I certainly didn't say all this stuff is free. Oh. Especially not with one of those little tiny kobolds in your pot. I mean, I don't trust those guys for more than 1 second.
I'm
Hurk
not
looks
feeling
a little
comfortable.
dejected.
I'm not feeling very
Got the
comfortable.
greedy
with
little
this
hands
shot.
on everything.
Hey,
It's going after the shiniest.
Look, I'm gonna take my little eye thing. I think I'm gonna step outside for a minute. I'm not feeling comfortable with that fucking hippie ass gnome on the corner.
All right, you guys can still hear me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
All my screens are black. They've been black for about 20 seconds.
Oh shit! Yeah, it's showing that on the streamers.
Is the stream still
Just
going?
gotta refresh the.
You're kind of
thing.
freezing up though, yeah.
Yeah,
Huh.
I'm guessing you have to refresh your stuff.
All that hate from that gnome is like got you a terms of service violation.
All this fantasy racism.
Okay. Well, I can close everything down, I guess.
Yep. And try to reopen it all back up.
I just started taking my own notes. I feel like I should have been taking notes this whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah, note taking is very important. Indeed. You're correct.
I guess I should have like a notebook or something. My real character hasn't shown up yet, so I'm not worried about it. But
Yeah, you're lucky that like fan favorite Digsin is like like some just magical.
just be an asshole.
That's a good note. Like all bold. Caps lock.
Mako Tsunami tolerates you.
That's like the meanest thing Mako Tsunami's ever said.
Mako was surprisingly happy to see FF Digsin.
Oh yeah, he was. He was
Told off
happy to
those
see FF
kids.
Digsin.
He's a total asshole, but everyone loves him.
And like that, we're back to streaming again, baby. Like nothing ever happened.
Nothing happened
right.
in the
Love to see
past
it.
hour.
Okay, so he's in the real middle of realizing that you're a kobold,
Right.
and
Well, he's fully realized it at this point.
I mean, to be fair, he's very intoxicated right now. He might not remember that you were a kobold in like 5 seconds.
Okay, so next time he says it,
He's intoxicated right now.
next
But
time he
not,
calls
I'm
me a
not
kobold,
glorifying
I'm
it.
just gonna say.
But he's
no.
magically under the influence of magic. Okay, let's just say he's under the influence of magic.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, that's.
He's
better.
magically influenced right now.
He's
Okay.
cursed by molecules.
There's no alcohol allowed.
Yeah, he's got these curses, magical curse on him right now. Okay, and so then he kind of spaces out for a little bit, like, and then Hurk, if you're there, you could probably you might have to wave your hand or something. But Xoblob's, it looks almost like he's having a PTSD moment with some previous trauma. That's kind of like he's kind of like whispering under his breath, like, "Oh, those crazy kobolds, always when I'm
Yeah, I think
exploring
I'm-
down there. I try to spelunk and they steal my shinies. Oh,
Still my
can't touch
shots.
the kobolds.
I think I'm just gonna like take out
out.
some coins and leave it by his register with like a little bit extra to pay for the door that I smashed in.
Okay, at the sound of the coins clinking, he goes, oh, hey, I thank you, sir. Thank you kindly. I always appreciate your patronage. So, seems to be snapped out of his little moment that he was having there. And so, yeah, so you go ahead and you successfully purchase it. He's like, by the way, where exactly you gonna put this thing? I mean, you look like a large, strong man, but how you gonna carry this thing around? And you look at
the staff? Is he asking?
Oh, no, you bought a stuffed beholder. So
Oh.
I imagine that you walk over and you grab the beholder, right?
Yeah, I feel like I would have brought it up to the counter to like show
Okay.
these are the things that I'm purchasing, and then
Yep.
I'm just gonna walk over. I'm gonna like set it on top of Tzar and just be like, I don't care. It's his trouble now.
Give me a strength saving throw, Tzar.
Strength saving throw. Here we go.
You never see those. Rolled a natural one. So you are instantly crushed by this beholder and you are stuck under it.
Get the cat out. Yeah, me.
You hear the muffled
Do you need
sounds
a
of
little
Tzar,
help?
but you can't quite make out what he's saying. It sounds something like help, maybe, or sort of slur, some sort. I'm not slur, some sort of curse words.
Sorry, was that too soon for you?
in Draconic?
Let me let it down slowly.
No, I bought, here's $1. You can carry it. Until I get it animated. I thought it
Did
could
you just take a doll hair from one of those dolls?
Yeah.
Apparently, Tzar has stolen a doll hair from Xoblob's shop.
Yeah.
But luckily, you didn't see it because the Xoblob, you're covered by a giant beholder. This beholder, by the way, an average beholder is about 8 foot in diameter.
Oh.
This one's a little smaller, on the smaller side. It's about 6 foot, and 6 foot across, in diameter. So it's
What
like
does it
more than.
smell like?
Give me a perception check.
I once knew somebody who took a picture of Barack Obama, and I specifically asked, how does he smell?
And that one, it smells exactly like you think a beholder would smell, like a stuffed plushie. So in other words, you don't recognize the smell at all. You don't know what it is. It just smells foreign to you. All right,
I can't make anything of that.
Yeah, not on a nat 1 perception check. Yeah, for smell.
All I'm smelling is that purple haze right now. Like there's
It's exactly
nothing in here. Like
I was gonna make that part of it that you smell the purple haze, but that's by now I would think that it's accommodation would happen that you don't smell anything, but it's because of the purple haze that you don't smell. Your sense of smell is just overpowered by the purple haze.
yeah.
All right, so so Xoblob looks over and he's like, looks like you're having some trouble, my friend. I'm sorry about your friend. I mean, I know people haven't always got along, but there's no real need for me to lash out. And he kind of winks an eyelash at you. I'm sorry about that, friend. I tell you what, I have my friend Digsin. Digsin, can I borrow you for a second?
Sure thing.
You know that thing that you do when you make things go big or small? You think you can help a small friend out here with that? I have sympathy for the smaller folk, given that I am a gnome and, well, you're a halfling and he's a kobold. He's small too. So I have a sweet soft spot in my heart for people not being able to handle things that are bigger than them. And if you look, actually, in your character sheet for Digsin, he has the spell Enlarge Reduce.
I thought you were asking something else there for a second.
And he enlarges the beholder even bigger.
20-foot beholder.
So Enlarge Reduce can either make it half as big, so it'd be 3 feet instead of 6, which is about the size of Tzar. He's 2.5 or 3 feet, depending on a good day. And you can make it so twice as big, I guess.
What do you think,
It's
Tzar?
a level 2. Yeah,
Do
it's
you
a level
want
2
to be
spell.
twice as
Yeah.
big, or do you want me to make the thing smaller?
I want to be twice as big.
All right.
So just to stick it to him, you wanna make it twice as big.
No, make me twice as big.
Oh, you might make you twice as big. Yeah,
Is
you
that
can do that.
possible?
Yeah, so this is a special version of the spell for just items, though, and it lasts 4 hours. If you do Enlarge Reduce on a humanoid target, it lasts for 1 minute.
Oh, never mind.
Well, that's not going to be enough.
The normal Enlarge Reduce spell does last for 1 minute, but with this one, it's for items only. You can make it bigger or smaller, but if you make it bigger and it lasts for longer than 4 hours, you should probably call a doctor.
Nice.
All
Or
right.
more ladies, right?
Well, it seems more practical to reduce the size of our object then.
Okay. So you cast the spell. What does it look like when you cast the spell Enlarge Reduce? It's a abjuration spell. It's level 2. Requires concentration. It's a very involved spell. What is your ritual? Ian doesn't know he has a spell, by the way, so he needs a second to think of it.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, while you're doing that, I'll let you think of that for a second.
You know
here,
when
Ian.
you're like when you're going camping and you got like too much stuff to fit in the car and you're just trying to like Tetris it in and like kind of just pack it in there. You know?
Yeah, I'm gonna get it in there.
Yeah. It's kind of like that. It's like
Get in there.
I find the soft parts of the beholder and I smush those into the center as much as I can.
Oh, so you're like mad. You're just like packing this in like it's Play-Doh all of a
Like
sudden.
you find the solid parts and you kind of like just arrange them in a way that's like
Are you like origamiing this
and
thing,
stable.
like holding it in on itself or some shit?
yeah, you're just trying to keep the like the hard parts like stable, and then the soft parts you just cram in around it.
Yep. So that's successful. You just kind of pack it in and you just kind of fold it up and like smush it in and where it's soft, and then when it's not, where it's hard, you fold it in upon itself, and it shrinks to about half of its size, which is still about the size of Tzar. And as you're doing that, Xoblob does his own special little ritual where, as you're starting to go around it, he inhales a large. He lights something else up with his magical, let's say, flame casting device, and he starts to breathe this in. And as he does that, his voice starts to change.
Oh, that's some good shit. Oh. And now let me tell you what, boy. I got a little trick I used to use when I couldn't carry some heavy items. Basically, what you do is this, and he goes into the beholder and he just does some mouth to mouth on it, and he blows into its mouth. And as he does it, it starts to rise up and float there. And he's like, "There you go, sonny. I tell you what, I'm sorry I gave you such a hard time about being, well, what you are. But I feel bad. Here's a little string. Tie it around your wrist. Here you go." And he doesn't really ask for consent. He just kind of puts it around your wrist, and he's like, "There you go." And he straps this thing to your wrist, and it floats up like a little balloon.
Oh, hey, look at that. It's like a little fucking eyeball balloon. I love it. Thank you, Mr. Gnome Creature. You're not as bad as everybody said you'd be.
Oh man, I don't know what you just said, but this stuff's getting me real good right now. Tell you what, I'm at a high altitude right now.
According to
And so I think it's back to. And so with that, you have yourself a little floaty beholder balloon.
I love
it's
it.
about 3 feet tall, and so it's a special kind of. He has these various different magical concoctions, and that's one of them. He seems to be able to have access to some special ingredients to make all of these items. So as you so he rings you guys up for the 3 items, and as he does it, oh, I almost forgot. It's a buy one get one free special, so you get yourself a bonus trinket. Let's see, where would he have like his little maybe over this? I don't know if this is supposed to be a trash, but he has like a large like bin, and it's just like you reach in there and it's like you know what? How about this? He has a bag, okay, and he's like reach your hand in there, Hurk boy, and you might pull yourself out a winner. So go ahead and reach into the bag if you want.
Of course,
you can
I want
ask him to pull it out.
Let's go.
Yeah, stick your hand in the bag, and you get 3 items because it's buy one get one. So he's going to give you these items, so you can kind of pull them out.
I think Can I just like blindly pull 3 out?
Yep, I'm just rolling for right now. So he's got these. So he's giving you like basically like these extra items as a buy one get one, but you don't get to choose what they are. So it's like a different set of. And it looks like around his shop he has various things that are locked away for like repeat customers. It looks like he has like some areas in the back which are only accessible. Like where he has like some good stuff back there that you guys can buy. But this is kind of like your little trinkets. So he pulls out. I'm just going to tell you the names of them, and then you can ask him kind of what he does. So there's he has some things called the fingerless gloves.
Oh hell yeah!
He's got
what the fuck? What are you, the Breakfast Club?
He's got.
You told me Hurk wouldn't look amazing with some like black leather fingerless gloves. Just
he's got something called the boots of extra action.
Ooh.
And he's got. I'm going to pick this last one out for you. The goggles of mind reading.
Goggles of mind reading. Okay.
Okay. So if you want to, you can either do an Arcana check on these. I'll just give you, they'll just be like one check for all the items, or you can ask him to tell you what they do.
I think I'm gonna ask because I'm not particularly good at Arcana. So
So he's like, ooh, I can detect magic on anything in my shop. But, I got real short-term memory. I can't remember what everything does. So I can certainly do it, but it'll cost you a fee. It'll cost you 1 gold for me to do a detect magic. So this is kind of how he makes money with his free items, is that you need to pay more to get more.
Xoblob, honestly, you're doing so much for us already. Why not? Here's a gold. Tell me what these 3 items do.
Okay, so he flutters his finger and he said, "Now go ahead and put those the gloves on." And
These are so cursed. I put them on.
and he's like, as you can see, those are fingerless gloves. And it's like, as you put them on, you didn't even need to do a check on this one. It makes your fingers turn invisible. So they're fingerless gloves.
I'm assuming with the amount that he is like smoking in here, there's probably like a nice layer of purple dust around his area. I'd like to like put my finger and see if I can leave a fingerprint while my fingers are invisible.
Yep, you do, and you can still feel your finger. You can't even see your own fingers yourself, but they are definitely invisible. And then you try on the boots of extra action, and so he's like, you put these boots on, and they'll give you a whole extra. You feel like you can do more. So what you do is go ahead and tap your heels together.
Okay.
So you tap your heels. Yeah. And now suddenly you feel like you can do more. So in combat, you can tap these boots together. It'll give you an extra action, but it also takes an action to use that.
Naturally. Okay.
So you get an extra action, but also takes your action. So they're nice. They're nice boots. And then the last one is the goggles of mind reading. Mm-hmm. And so when you wear, so basically tells you like you put the goggles on. So as you just kind of look around the room and tell me how you think you. So you put these big goggles on. They kind of look like some goggles they'd wear in the chemistry lab, like something that would protect your eyes, some high impact goggles. And you kind of look around the shop and what do you think when you put those on? As you look around the shop. What thought goes through your head?
I'm probably thinking to myself, well, things don't look very different while I'm looking through these.
So everyone hears Hurk say, well, I don't feel so different looking around. So basically everybody can hear your thoughts. So it's goggles of mind reading, but they can hear your thoughts instead. Okay, perfect. So those are your 3 items. Do you want to see what your other items do? I can just give you a quick speed run of what they do now.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, what was the pimp cane?
Yep.
What's the radius?
What's the radius on what? Goggles? It's just everybody within earshot. Like if you could within speaking range.
So it's like it out loud tells you.
Like a few miles away, like let's say doing my own thing. Can you just put them on and I can hear his?
You'd have to think really loudly. But no, probably wouldn't go that far.
I'm just trying to get established range.
It works just like regular speech.
Okay.
You guys hear him speaking, but he's not actually moving his lips.
There with him, then okay.
Unless he was speaking out loud and they had some kind of send message device that would send it to you miles away. Yep.
Okay. Like a sending stone, right?
Yeah. So he says that Xoblob looks at it and he basically tells you that this cane is good. It can dominate one animal. It can dominate an animal that is from Chult, like a lizard-like animal. But he says, I don't think it'll work on your little friend there, though. But you can certainly try. So it lets you to manipulate dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs.
Oh.
And then...
Now, is that just like one animal permanently, or one at a time? It works just like dominate creature or dominate monster, whatever it's called, and it just works once per day. Once per day. Okay. It's at dawn when you guys get up. And then the quill, I think, is a quill pen crafted from the feather of a griffin. The feather can change the color of the ink being used on command, so you can change the ink color. And you had, what was the third one? No, it was a chin mask. Yeah. When you wear the chin mask, this face mask, it forces the wearer to talk in whispers. Ooh.
Okay, so you go ahead and buy all that stuff. And is there anything else that anybody else would like to? I see that there's Mako's been looking around. Czar's, I think.
Yeah,
you got your little balloon.
I put in chat.
Digsin, if you would like to buy anything besides your books, let me know. But I can. There's still some items. There's the purple mouse skull. There's a purple glass jar with eyeball floating in it. There's a purple whistle. There's a solid sphere of purple ice. There's a small purple porcelain.
Sphere of purple ice.
Yes, there's a small purple porcelain frog. And I think that's it for now, besides just the bonus items.
Can we get a description of that ice?
Yeah, I want to look at that ice. Where's this ice?
Who's looking at the ice?
Mako is.
Okay, both of you give me an investigation check. You guys both see this item at the same time.
Investigation.
If you want to, you can also use an Arcana check. 15. Oh my God, you guys both rolled 15. Jesus Christ. I was gonna give it to give the better description whoever rolled by. You guys both lock eyes at the same time, and you're like, ooh. And so I'll say that these things right here are these solid spheres of purple, or they're in different. There's different things. There's a sphere, and there's some triangles. But the one that he has marked for sale is the sphere, and there's just one of them. And I don't know. If you guys both want to look at that item, so you guys both are right next to it, you both see it at the same time, and you both reach for it. I imagine your hands touch. Oh, sorry about that. Like a webbed hand, and then the little halfling hand.
Great minds think alike, right, Digsin? Give him a good, happy smile.
Yeah, I'm won over by his charm. He can have the solid state liquid item.
It looks almost too a little bit like there's maybe a small hint of smoke rising from it a little bit. As you guys both went to touch it and you both bumped it, and it kind of goes shh.
Purple ice. I have never seen such an abnormality before. Tiny man, how does this work? Please tell me.
Certainly I can tell you. If you buy it, I will definitely tell you exactly. I'll do one gold to detect magic on all the items I sell. So you just want to buy the one thing? I go and
throw the gold piece down and then say, tell me.
First, you need to do a 1d6 roll for the how much you got to pay for the nice Yu-Gi-Oh reference, by the way. Tell me. Yu-Gi-Oh abridged. Tell me. Tell me. It's yeah, you're doing persuasion checks with advantage. Okay, so it'll be 3 gold. And then do you want to buy anything else? Because
tell me.
Every time that you want to do something, he's going to do detect magic again. And do you want to just this one item and use his detect magic? Because you pay every time that he does the detect magic spell.
I don't think he'd be interested in any of the other items.
You don't want the small purple... Whoop, my thing just...
Small purple what?
There's a small purple porcelain frog. There's a purple mouse skull, which I guess is this thing. And then there's purple glass jar with an eyeball floating in it.
Yeah, I think he would just probably take the ice.
Okay. So you pay 3 gold plus another gold, right, for the detect magic to see what it does. Or you can do our Arcana check yourself.
Nope. I'll go and do that. And
okay. So he basically tells you that he said so basically this is a sphere that emits smoke but cannot melt. It's basically what you saw before. It can emit some smoke in a small radius. It slowly disperses over time, but it can occupy 1 square. So if you're standing in a 5-foot square, that smoke will obscure that 5-foot radius there.
Oh, sweet. I love this thing already. All right.
And it's ice, but it cannot melt.
Sweet. I go and I pocket this and I said, thank you, tiny man. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
Cool. Digsin, is there anything you'd like to buy? There's a purple mouse skull, purple whistle.
Can I just investigate the eyeball in the jar or whatever?
Sure. Go Go ahead and give me an investigation check.
Nice.
18. So you notice that as you guys have been walking around this entire time, the eye has been following you guys, and it seems to almost dilate whenever you do something interesting, and it seems to like relax and not really look around when nobody's moving. So you can tell that this thing is clearly like sentient and looking around. It's not just floating in there doing nothing.
It seems pretty useful.
Would you like to buy it?
Yeah.
Okay, so you go up and you plop the slashing the thing of what's it in again? It's a purple glass jar. Purple glass jar, and the eyeball. The eyeball's not purple. And you hand that in there, and would you like to, so go ahead and roll 1d6 gold, and then let me know if you wanted him to do detect magic or if you want to do an arcana check. Okay, it's 3 gold. Do you want to pay to know what it is, or do you want to do a check?
I don't even know how much gold I have. If I have enough, I'll pay.
You have at least 20.
Okay, let's pay for it.
I think I gave you, I don't think I gave you an inventory sheet because you're as an NPC.
Right.
But you have at least 20 gold. Let's say 30 gold, okay?
Okay.
10 gold plus 30 gold.
We'll pay him an extra one first.
You guys divvy up your gold amongst each other with the Avengers, the Water Demon Avengers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then you pay the 1 gold for to know what it is, right?
Yep.
And you got okay, so it can serve as a remote surveillance eye once per day for 1 hour.
Okay.
So you can get this thing, and it will essentially do what is equivalent to what they call scrying in D&D and stuff. I don't know if you guys are aware, but kind of like that. You can only see, you can't hear.
Good get.
When you place it, do you have to place it manually, or can you like throw it?
You do need to activate it, and Xoblob tells you that if you make any eye-related puns, it will activate it. So if it can hear your voice and it's a proper eye pun, then it will activate.
Okay.
Ironically.
Ironically.
Yeah. Yep. So you guys all good there with it? He's like, that right there is a pretty one. That's what I like to call some eye candy. A little something to show your friends when you're a little party trick. Say, hey, you want to see, check out my eye. Okay, is there anything else you guys want to buy? Are you guys all satisfied with your shopping experience?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, so so he's like, by the way, what brings all y'all down to my shop today? It's a lot of, is it the festival? What exactly would you say brings you old Xoblob shop? I like to do a little customer survey. So get to know my shoppers.
Well, we were traveling through looking for the Skewered Dragon bar, and I rushed in thinking maybe your shop was on fire, but everything seems under control here.
Oh, it's all good, baby. Yeah, the Skewered Dragon, it's just down the street. I tell you what, though, you best be careful. There's been blood in the streets lately, Why, just the other day I saw there's a little kerfluffle, a little scuffle outside my shop.
Xoblob, don't you worry a bit. We will keep an eye out.
I see what you did there. I admire a man with a high IQ. He gives you a little wink.
Hey, that.
And he's like,
that gives me an idea.
He's like,
but go on.
So what did you say you were doing? What did you tell Xoblob you were doing? You were
looking for the Skewered Dragon bar?
He's like, well, what makes you go down to the Skewered Dragon's rough shop compared to this fine establishment? Why exactly are you going down there? A bunch of hoodlums down there.
Looking for a man with a unicorn chain. Have you seen this?
What does it look like?
Pale, wavy red hair, wears a chain with a unicorn around it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, I saw that guy last night, man. He was the guy that got jumped just outside my bar right there. Just outside the shop. What?
You say he got jumped?
Well, something like that. There's I mean, usually they're charged for this kind of information, but you seem like a nice guy. You seem pretty cool. They were outside, and there was a bit of a scuffle in the street, and obviously these eyes don't miss anything, and yeah, it seemed like there was some little bit of a scuffle down there. I saw a flash of red hair, and I don't know. Then the next thing you know, there were some screams. If I was you, I'd go probably check that out. I mean, just outside.
Do you know who may have jumped him? Was it a gang or some kind of creature or what?
Well, I'll tell you what. It could have been anything, man. I mean, like, recently there's been that elf killer on the loose, so never can be too careful. I don't think it was them. I mean, these guys, they didn't have any pointed ears. I would know. Yeah, but it looked like it all happened so fast. But I try to stay. I can't just get involved with everything in the streets. That's what the police is for. The city watch.
You didn't see where they went after the scuffle?
It's hard to tell. Couldn't tell if they're coming from. There's only one way up and down this street. They either went. Well, you guys came from the other direction, right? You didn't see anything. You only go to the left or the right. I mean, you guys came from the right. I would go to the left. That was you.
Well, that makes things simple. Thank you so much, Xoblob.
Yeah, no problem, baby. He's like, come back anytime. I always got more goodies for sale. You can find just about anything in the world at old Xoblob shop. Miscellaneous treasures, and I'm always restocking my supplies. So you guys come back anytime. You look for something. You want something obscure, something raw, real, esoteric. I got it, baby.
I love it.
Yeah, I'm gonna head outside and start looking for clues, I suppose.
Okay, so as you guys all walk out, do you guys all want to walk out there and join up with Hurk?
Yep.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Stick together.
Okay, cool. All right, so you guys all start to walk towards there, and you walk towards the. So Hurk heads outside. So Hurk is out here. But interestingly, when Mako, you make your way past these display cases here. And what's interesting is when you walk by this display case, you hear a certain sound.
I don't know.
Here it is. So as you walk by this one of these glass cases, all of a sudden you have this necklace that you wear, and the necklace is like it's like almost like a kind of like one of those big old necklaces like the one that Volo was describing. It's like almost like something Flavor Flav would wear. It's like this big oversized wooden dice cube, and you usually keep it tucked away, but every now and then this is an item that you got related to your patron. It's made out of wood from various shipwrecks that have been it's like driftwood essentially, and it's been carved and finally folded into this dice, and it's hanging from your neck, and all of a sudden it kind of raises out from beneath your shirt, your garments, and you hear this. And as you look over, the dice seems to be pulling itself towards something in the display case. Do you want to look in the display case?
Yeah.
Is anybody else hearing that music, or is it just in his head?
Honestly, I'm not sure. Like in the show, it's like, can anybody hear when?
No, I think it's
just so you hear in your set. So do you want to tell these guys you'll wait up from, or they're all kind of heading outside?
Guys, on second thought, I'll follow in right behind you. I need to go and check something out real quick.
I feel like I'm already outside, so I didn't hear
I'm
it.
calling
out. Tzar and those guys are like, don't care. Just Mako being Mako.
Yeah.
Okay, as you do, so you look in the display case. There's a pair of purple dice that are sitting on, in this nice little dice holder, and it kind of like you open it up and you see that there's a whole set of dice that you can use for gambling. What do you do?
I go and say, little man, these dice.
That's me, baby. I am little.
Sorry,
but I'm not a man.
I'm not insulting your size whatsoever when I say that. Just to clarify, Xoblob, right? That's your name. These dice here. Tell me about them, please. I would love to learn more.
Well, I see you really do have a discriminating eye. I have to hand it to you, Mako. That's one of my treasured items, but you know, the kind of item you only see once in a millennium. You know what I'm saying? This here's a special. So I'll tell you what they do right now. These dice are lucky dice, and essentially the way that they work, Mako, is that these are loaded dice. Anytime you go gambling, you roll with advantage for whatever your rolls are.
I would like to take these dice, if you don't mind. Is that okay, my Xoblob friend?
He says, "Sure thing, baby. You got the gold for it."
Oh yes, you know it. How much?
Now this is one of my rare items, not in the 1d6 territory, if you know what I'm saying. This is a 1d10 kind of item. So go ahead and roll me a d10. In fact, roll 2 d10s with the lucky dice. I'll give you advantage on this one. Just roll. You rolled 2 d10, a 7 and a 4. Okay, so it's 4 gold.
Okay. I go and I plop 4 gold down on the table for him and say, "There you go."
And he's like, "Oh, I almost forgot you made a purchase. So I'll tell you what." And he's already like, "I was going through my bag and I got a little something for you." And he says, "I saw you eyeing my items earlier. I really think you should take this." And he hands you a little trinket. It's the purple frog. He says, "I can tell there's something special about you, Mako." You did say your name was Mako earlier because you're always announcing your name, right? I think
Yes.
technically.
Sorry
Yes, man. I tell you what, Mako. You take this little porcelain frog, you stroke it along its spine, and he does it, and there's a little spray of water that shoots out of it like a little squirt gun. He's like, I know your people are always having some troubles, and I do feel bad about what I said to your friend earlier. I'm no racist, so I want equality and all that for everybody. So, I probably should have gave him something, but I'm giving you this instead. And he hands you that. He says, Lokatha people, stay strong, baby.
Stay strong, little Xoblob, my good friend. Thank you so much for this gift.
Yep. And so he gives you a little bow, and then he kind of just hops back up on there and starts puffing away again at his cursed items with his cursed, magical infusions.
All right, porcelain frog and ice.
All right, so you're gonna head out the door, and as you do, we're gonna go back to the outside the shop because I need to see. But yeah, as you guys, so it's refreshing for me right now. But as you guys go out, and you turn to your right, you go to where Xoblob was pointing to that the little scuffle happened. And go ahead and give me an investigation check. Anybody who wants to give me an investigation check right around here. This is where you said the fight, the little thing happened.
Hurks investing.
One day I'll roll well, okay?
So
Here, can I help out Hurk?
Sure.
All right. So does that mean you could probably roll one more time then
1d4
advantage or something? I don't know, or 1d4, yeah, with guidance. Cast.
You can guidance him 1d4.
I'm just gonna help him.
Oh, because you already cast it once per day?
No, I can cast it whenever I want. It's unlimited amount. I just need to do it before the roll.
Well, I think that you and Digsin and those guys probably should do investigation checks just in general because you guys have higher intelligence.
Everybody investigate.
So I was like,
I'll
okay.
take an average. Just this one time, okay?
You got
I'm not just because I think we need to maybe you guys should talk.
There we
if
go.
You're gonna do it. When I say anybody, if you know you don't have good intelligence, don't roll it.
Hurk, you dumbass.
I know.
I like bringing the average down. What can I say?
That's good enough. It's over a 10 for the average. Okay, so as you guys go out, you notice that right here, as you're digging around, it looks like there's some blood splatter, and as you follow that blood splatter, it looks like somebody tried to truck something into the water here, into one of the sewer drains, but it got caught. You want to, if you have a small hand, you might be able to reach down in there I don't think I don't think
boy.
Mako or Hurk or maybe Digsin or Tzar might be able to stick their hand down there.
Look, I'm the one
Wow,
with the
whatever
cute
this
little
thing
I
balloon.
put a hand on Czar's shoulder and I say, Tzar, listen, I don't want you rummaging around in sewage water like that, okay? It's very unsanitary. Take these. And I hand him the fingerless gloves.
Okay. So you
These things are
take
huge
those,
on me.
Okay, so Czar's not wearing fingerless gloves. You can't see his finger. And so
All right, so I take the fingerless gloves. I'm kind of like I'm holding on to them so that they stay on, and I put my hand in there, and I'm like, "This is, I come from this shit, and it's always been disgusting. I've always wanted to get out." But here I go.
give me a sleight of hand check to see if you can grab whatever this object is that seems to be precariously positioned to
does a-
float away down the sewer.
As a man of my stature, can he use dexterity to do a sleight of hand check?
And the sleight of hand is a dexterity-based
cool.
check, so
I
you
like
should
it.
be probably okay. Yep.
Skill,
And
dexterity. Boom.
22. Your little fingers, little invisible fingers, though you can't see them, can deftly position. And just as this thing's about to actually dislodge and float away, just from all the vibrations of the big fishman stomping around, he's excited with his, he's jumping up and down with his, he's excited about this dice set he got. Right as it dislodges, you manage to scoop it up right before it goes, and you pull it out, and you see what looks to be a gaudy looking bas relief of a unicorn with some blood on it.
Hey, it's a gaudy fucking base relief of a goddamn unicorn, and there seems to be blood on this.
Well, that sounds like it matches the description of the chain that we're looking for.
Oh, good.
Did you happen to find a body attached to it?
Did I find a body?
There's no body attached to it, but it is off the chain, if you know what I'm saying.
Sup? Love it.
Okay, so yeah, you guys got a little clue there. Seems like.
All right.
Anything else you guys want to do?
Do I have to keep holding it?
You would need a bag,
Can I?
or something to put it in. Do you have a little satchel? You probably have like some basic supply bags, but
basic.
nothing like a bag of holding or anything.
Bag of holding. With that.
You can
cough.
stuff it inside of your beholder.
Can I take?
That thing is like full of air right now and floating.
That's a good point. Can I poke a hole in it so it fucking floats down?
You can certainly try.
Okay, so I stab my
you want
beholder in the stomach.
Okay, give me an attack roll. Give me with your. What do you use to attack it with?
Let me see what I got. I don't know.
This thing will weigh its full weight, by the way, if it's deflated. Just so you know. So you have to like then be probably dragging around a heavy beholder. Up to you. Like it's half its size though, so it's half its weight as well.
Okay.
No, it's an eighth. Actually, with reduced size, it's an eighth of its weight. So it'll still feel like you're pulling around, like not like a full creature, corpse kind of thing,
Okay.
but more like 1/8 of a corpse.
I've got a. Okay, here's the deal. I'm gonna try to go a little crazy with this one. I have a dagger, and I've got
so you're
some
gonna
tinkering
pop your.
tools.
So
Yeah.
is your intention to pop this thing so you can use it to like?
My
put the
intention is
unicorn in
this.
there?
It's complicated. I did a little bit of research.
Okay.
I'm going to pop the beholder, and then I'm going to take out all of its teeth and carve them into little daggers eventually.
Okay.
And I'm going to take out its eye. And I want
You can take out its teeth without popping it if you want. Also, yeah, you could take out its eye though. Yeah, you can. You can.
How about I just take out its eye, and I use that for storage? And I give the
Use the
eye
eye for storage, or use the eye hole for
the
storage?
hole. And then I give the eye to Mako Tsunami, who is versed in arcane magic and might be able to preserve its ability to use its eye blast.
So let me get this straight. You want to make a bag of beholding?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And just like
Mako takes the eye and
The
it's like,
eye of
what
the
do you want
beholder."
me to do with this?
as you guys
Tzar?"
are discussing this, I assume out loud because they're wondering what Tzar is doing as he's starting to looks like he's about to stab this. Hurk feels like he has some inspiration that all of a sudden just kind of appears to him.
Mako, I want you to keep this wet as he carves out the eye. Skillfully, I might add.
I go over to the water, the sewage water nearby here, go and like stick it into the water nearby, and do shape water and just like put like a little water barrier around the eye, right inside of my hand right now.
What is the requirement for shape water? Is that you're using one of your spell slots for that?
Nope. It's a cantrip.
Is it a cantrip? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I was making sure you're not wasting your stuff. So you're you
I only
did
have one spell slot. There's no way I'm gonna be using it, man. Unless
right.
we gotta, like,
So you douse this water in there, and it looks like this is fairly old and dried out beholder, but it's kind of like washing over some raisins. It doesn't really restore it back to the grape, if you know what I'm saying.
Okay.
Yeah, and I have like the water like in my hand right now, like kind of just floating, just like creating like a bubble around the eye with my hand in the water, and then like I kind of raise it up, right, and then like it's still trapped within the water, like, and I make a sphere around it to like enclose the eye, essentially.
Hey, Mako, they should call you Visine Tsunami. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
No, I do not know what you're saying, tiny green man. I mean, reptile man.
Orange.
Sorry.
But also, I don't know. I'm orange.
You guys are the same color.
I walk over to Mako, and I'm like, Mako, I'm worried about your eyesight, man. Are you okay? Here,
I'm okay.
try
sorry.
these on. Let me see how they.
Is he colorblind?
Let me see if they
excitement.
help. And I want to hand Mako the goggles to see if they help him see better.
You put the goggles on Mako?
Yeah.
Okay. Now we're hearing everything Mako thinks out loud.
Oh man, this eye right now. Oh, it's pretty gross and disgusting, but it's okay, I guess. But like being around this water is pretty good. I wonder how old this water is. Maybe I should jump into this water right now. Just like, lather my body.
Suddenly everyone hears a voice. Mako, it's me.
Ah,
I saw you have those new dice that you just got. Great job getting those. By the way, don't jump in that water. You don't know where that water's been. How many times do I have to tell you not to jump in water without checking it first? That's the first rule of And so everybody can hear this kind of alternate voice that's now being broadcast for everyone.
I go and touch the water and change the opacity of it to make it nice and clean looking. Is that better, Ocean? I can activate 2 effects at once with shape water.
Sure. Sure.
Is that better now, Ocean? Can I go in now in this little puddle right here?
Mako, I'm going to be honest with you. I think everyone can hear our conversation right now.
What?
Yeah.
Did you not? Could you not hear yourself?
It's pretty loud.
So everyone hears this strange voice that is definitely not Mako's being broadcast out, and it seems to be a very like self-assured, confident, and booming voice, kind of unlike Mako's. Definitely doesn't sound like it's him, and it seems like they're having a conversation with themselves out loud.
Don't worry. I have a cousin with schizophrenia, and it's totally normal. I wouldn't worry about hearing other voices in your head.
Actually, it sounds like that other voice is the better voice. Maybe you should keep that voice. You know what I'm saying?
What? I love Mako's voice. What are you talking?
Oh no, I mean the Mako's delivery is better.
Tzar,
But the other one
thought
is
we
way
were
more
friends.
sensible.
Why do
Probably
you,
just don't
dislike
jump
my
into shit
voice?
water
What
is all.
wrong with my voice?
No, your
Tzar?
the voice itself is fine. If you could keep the timbre of your normal voice with the reasoning ability of the other voice, that would be a wonderful combination.
Mako, I'm not sure if we could trust these. Do you think it's time to duel? Should we duel these guys too?
Okay, maybe not about the reasoning.
You got
No,
those-
no,
you
I
have
don't
those
think
dice.
not yet.
Oh, okay.
Not yet.
Oh,
I think
right.
we're okay.
I was
These
just
guys are
wondering.
friends. No
I'm
need
all
to
turned
duel.
around.
That's my main skill.
I'm all turned around on which one's reasonable.
Don't
I
call
think
me
you
the
guys
king of
just
games
stay
for
together.
nothing. Like the king of brains over here. Hello, everyone. I suppose our secret's out now. Me and Mako, we made a pact, and I'm always with him, giving him guidance. My name is Nami. I'm like the heart of the ocean.
Are you like his like gay sugar daddy or something?
Sort of.
We are married. Yes.
It's complicated. I mean, it's not exactly ordained, but if you find the right captain out at sea, I guess.
Not that there's anything wrong.
Yes, you can make it happen.
Yeah.
I've heard the saying, "Any port in a storm." Does that apply here?
That sounds like.
That sounds like
Mako
a
goes and
sexual
takes off the
reference.
goggles right now, trying to find some way for this to end right now.
Okay, he's taking goggles off.
Around.
He's like, "Oh boy, Mako." Is it just you hearing him now? He's like, "Boy, Mako, we looks like we got some explaining to do."
Yes, I suppose we do, but probably for another time. And I go and hand the glasses back to Hurk.
Oh, thank you. I'll put those on.
Silence.
Okay, so you have those.
Silence.
So
Not
you
a
have them
thought
on.
up in his head.
Okay, so at the sound of silence, you guys have now got your. So Scott, you've made with Tzar, you've made a bag of beholding, right?
Yeah, I got a little floating. I imagine it's still floating, right? Even though it's
You have a bunch of teeth. You spend several minutes. It's starting to get very
Crafting
dark
them
out now.
into-
It's basically completely dark now. By the time you finish crafting this and you extract,
They're like
there's
throwing
about
knives.
most of these teeth are not sharp enough to really be used as implements. So you managed to extract about 15 good daggers worth of teeth, and then you place the unicorn in the bag of beholding. Is that what you do?
Yeah.
And then now Mako has the eye, right? And it's kept in a thing of sphere of water.
It's somewhat
being kept in a sphere
protected.
of water
Should
right now in my
somebody.
hand.
The idea. Look, my idea. I'm a crafty motherfucker. I'm a crafty little lizard boy.
I changed the water in the direction, right, to be like a sphere in my hand. So now it's like a water sphere with the eye in it, and then I changed the opacity of some of the water there to make it look a bit cleaner, as a joke to Nami, essentially. Yes, is this good now?
Love it.
Yes, it's very, very good, very top tier. Love that shit.
All right.
That's some good water there, Mako.
Yes.
High quality H2O.
High quality indeed. All right.
So now so you have the eye with you, and also now if it's a large eye, it's probably about it's smaller than it was, but it's about a foot in diameter. So you're gonna keep that on in your supplies, and then Tzar, now you have the unicorn. You have your little bag of beholder, and are you going to how are you gonna do you want to make a backpack out of it or something with the rope? I mean, otherwise you have to kind of drag this thing around. It's too big to fit in your little
It's
satchel.
not floating around like a balloon anymore.
No, you popped it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll make a backpack out.
Unless you didn't want to pop it, then you could just extract. It would deflate if you take the eye out.
I totally took.
I just want to make sure you guys do whatever you're trying to do. Okay?
The eye is definitely
what
out.
you're trying to do.
No matter what, I took that eye out. That
Okay,
was
the eye is out.
First idea.
It's Mako. You have the eye. I assume in a bag or something, with your supplies.
No, it's in my hand. I shape watered it and put
Okay,
it in
so-
water because Tzar asked me to clean it. So
So you're gonna carry it around.
Specifically,
Yeah,
You're gonna carry around
with
this-
my left hand.
Keep it
Okay,
by
so
now.
as we walk around, there's a giant goldfish man with a giant 1 foot eyeball in his hand, just walking around. Okay.
Yeah, surrounded by water.
And it's
shaped like
preserved.
that, and I can carry it like that.
Here's my idea. If it makes sense for me to say the idea out loud.
I can hand you the goggles if you want.
Okay, do that.
I assume anytime somebody thinks out loud, they're just having the goggles on. It's like everybody's ears are.
I just see Tzar looking at me, pointing at the goggle, can I? And I'm like, yeah, here you go.
All right, now I can speak freely here. You know what I'm saying? It feels good to speak freely. Last time I spoke freely was 3 years ago in the fucking John, when I was pretty sure that nobody was around. It took 3 hours to kick that out. Anyway.
Damn.
You can always speak freely with us.
Huh? What? Anyway. So here's my idea with that little thing. That little fish guy's got. Look, I need these guys to be my friends. That guy looks magical in some kind of weird way. How else would a fish be walking around on land talking like he's from a goddamn Japanese cartoon? And I heard one day from a birdie, little birdie, that those beholders can shoot fucking like lasers out their eyes at some point. Maybe somebody with a little bit of magic, maybe, could make it so that we could trigger something like that. A little dexterity on my part, a little magic on their part. I don't know.
You're gonna need to do a check for that, Scott.
Which part?
So there's something called metagaming where if you look stuff up outside the game, your character still might not know it.
Okay.
So it has to be plausible. You either have to come up with a way that you would know what a beholder's powers do.
Okay.
Like you'd have to like have part of your background story, or you'd have to be like a scholar or something. So yeah, go ahead and give me a check for that.
While I was in that bathroom, let's see.
It wouldn't be a religion check. I think it wouldn't be a nature check either. It'd probably be a magic check. So probably be Arcana to know whether or not. Give me an Arcana check to see if Tzar even knows what that is. 13. You know that beholders can do stuff with your eyes. You don't know what they you know that they shoot laser beams out of their eyes. You don't know what the main eye in particular does.
Yeah. That's about right. I don't know much about no magic. I just know that they can be magic. I could tell it was magic the moment I looked at it, and it was a corpse looking at me, fucking following me around. That's why I wanted Hurk to buy it.
Honestly, I'm glad you tore the eye out. It was very creepy to have it looking at me all the time.
It was less creepy than a guy
Halloween, everybody.
Anyway, so I'm gonna take off these goggles now that I got all that education about how I'm supposed to comport myself. Taking the goggles off.
Yeah, if you guys can be clever about how your character would know something, I probably still might have you do a check if it's not super obvious. But if you roll for something, we have to like come up with a reason for why your character would know something that they wouldn't know otherwise.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. It makes sense. I'm just trying to be.
And
a good gamer.
I would also recommend not looking up stuff because not only does it spoil the investigation stuff when you're in combat because your character shouldn't know and you shouldn't know either. Like first time users don't know. For example, if you encounter a beholder, you wouldn't want to know what it does. It's part of the magic is the first time you play against it, you don't know what it does. Also, that means that if I know you guys are looking stuff up, I will probably end up changing a lot about the monsters anyways and homebrewing it. And I might have different rules.
Okay.
And then you might use the totally wrong approach for how to beat the monster because I've homebrewed it separate from the regular stat block and probably changed it. So even if you do look stuff up, it can actually shoot you in the foot anyways because I know that you're looking stuff up and I'll be changing stuff anyways. So my I-beam might do something than the normal I-beam would, and you would make a dumb decision because you think you know what it does when in my version it doesn't. So just a little FYI. I know you.
All right.
I'm just trying to make sure we address that early.
In my defense, the whole decision was made knowing Tzar can do weird shit with things, and knowing that it was clearly a magical object because it was a dead thing moving. Like I made that decision last game before I looked at it.
Nah, man, that makes perfect. Everything you said makes perfect sense. I'm just making sure when you start talking about, you know that this thing can do stuff with its eyes. It seems a lot like you're looking and stuff up. So I was just making sure.
Did. Yeah, I totally just did.
Yeah. Okay. And there's nothing wrong with that because you don't. But I'm telling you, like, just going forward, try not to look at anything because it ruins the experience for yourself and for everybody else, and it actually can backfire on you.
Yeah.
And especially if I know you guys are looking stuff up, I will for sure change it.
Yeah, I'm feeling in this
I can make it so that they shoot.
I'm like feeling like I'm in this weird like middle ground between like not nearly prepared enough and also like maybe I should prepare more. And now fuck. Can't prepare.
Yeah,
at
in
all.
general, looking up monster stuff is usually a bad idea, but maybe looking up stuff about the general lore of Waterdeep or something like that would be good. But like you gotta be really careful about spoilers.
You can look
but just
up
in
lore
general,
of monsters and how they came to be, like how owlbears came to be, right? That's like cool knowledge to know, right?
Yeah, but if you look up something like a lich or something like that, you're gonna figure out how to beat it, what its weaknesses are, all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like you look up a vampire and it's like, okay, well, vampires are weak to this, and then I might have a different.
What I'm trying to say.
It's hard to know which.
Is that not like common knowledge?
Now, there's different things, and I will usually tell you guys what's common knowledge. For example, with the troll, before you guys even fought it, I say it's common knowledge that everybody knows that trolls are weak to fire. It was like, that was a freebie for you guys, so you don't have to worry about it. And then I think with Tzar, with your background, you know about mimics because that's part of your backstory. You fought in the Colosseum with mimics, so you're very familiar with them. So, but other characters don't. And so you just have to role play. That's part of the role playing experience is maybe if you play like a really dumb character, you as the player might know what something does. Like you might know this is a bag of beholding, but somebody else might, your character has no idea what it is because it's never encountered something like that. So you have to still role play it like you don't know, even if that means to your detriment. And I will usually reward you, especially if you role play to your detriment, where you really stick to your character. I will remember that and try to give you inspiration for staying in your character. But if I see that you're metagaming, you're going to have a really hard time getting inspiration because I'm probably not going to give it to you because I'm like, oh, you've been looking stuff up about the monsters. So you don't need my help. You already know how to fight them. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Everybody got it?
Yeah.
Okay. You got questions too about it in general. I mean, if you want to know something, you can always ask me stuff outside the game too, and I'll tell you spoiler-free stuff as well. I like that you're looking stuff up. That's good that you're researching.
Yeah. Just trying. I'm just
you're trying to get better, man. That's great.
It's okay, man.
But you can rely on me as a crutch as the DM to just know, especially since I can literally make stuff up, make it happen. You know, if I don't know, I'll make it up. So make it canon.
Okay.
All right, man. So everybody good? All right. Do you guys want to continue on walking down the street?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm 33. I never expected to be dressed down by Waldo over reading.
All right, I'm Waldo of Waterdeep. It has some alliteration there. So you guys, I'm not going to bring up the map because it's right down the street here. I'm going to bring you guys to this scene, I think. All right, so here's what happens when you guys go down the street. I think you guys are on Filet Lane right now. So this building in particular, so you guys go down the street and you see that there's a building that looks like the ruin of a pirate ship fused with a tavern. Both of its front-facing windows are smashed, and a ship's anchor is lodged within the roof. I think it's right there's the anchor. Okay, I don't know why it's not showing the whole thing, but there you go.
Is the anchor supposed to be like decoration, or is it like an actual anchor?
It's literally like over from like a giant ship. And it looks like someone took that. It looks like actually it's someone reconstructed a pirate ship and just made a tavern out of like half the ship. Okay. So the front-facing windows are smashed. A ship's anchor is lodged in the roof. You could almost say that it's a dive bar. You know, like like a nautical term.
Yeah, we got it.
And as you guys,
you know, like
this.
scuba.
And so you guys want to enter the shop, right? So, or enter the tavern? Okay, so we got Hurk and Mako and Digsin. Go ahead and pull it. You guys can just, this is the entrance right here in the front.
That's a lot of Waldos.
Is it all Waldos?
As you walk into this establishment, you see that there's a lot of pirates and sailors that frequent this place. You can see even, you know, the sounds of a rowdy bunch. Even from when you first approach the place from down the street, you could hear the roar of all these rowdy sailors and stuff. And since it is the Sea Maiden Fest, or the Sea Maidens Fair in town, it's almost like a carnival, right? So those colors, those festive colors, are of course red and white, in red and white stripes. So as you look around, you see that the place is packed with people wearing these festive colors. And you know, Xoblob himself is a bit strange for wearing all purple when it's that you're supposed to be wearing these festive colors. Everybody's wearing red and white on the first day of the festival, you know. So as you guys walk into the bar here, you there's a green dragonborn person who is like about to puff a big thing of flames there.
I got this.
And as they you got this?
It's Dragonborn.
So you go see this Dragonborn person, and they're about to puff a huge ball of flames into the fireplace, and you go, "I got this."
Well, no, like, you know, I'm gonna let him do his thing. I'm gonna let him do his thing, but like, you know.
First of all, it's a she.
I'm gonna let her do her thing.
Second of all, she looks like she's about to cast a big breath of fire.
I'm letting her do her thing, but like I'm like stepping ahead of the group. Like I imagine we're gonna have to make a contact. I imagine like a bouncer kind of situation is what I feel like.
So, yeah, I'm just gonna play it out. So no checks needed. So she breathes a big puff of flame. So she kind of turns to you guys, like as you enter, kind of gives you a quick glance. And you see the flames start to erupt out of her mouth, and then she turns over and she blows it into the fireplace. And she says, welcome to the Skewered Dragon. I'm Burka.
Hey, look, I'm Tzar. That big hunk of love right there is Mako. And then we also got a little bit of Hurk action and a little fan favorite Digsin action. You guys got a table here. You know any information about any quests we're on?
We got plenty of tables. We also got plenty of people here. In case you haven't noticed, it's right in the middle of the most busy time of the year. Business is booming. I don't suppose you can light a fire, can you?
Wait a minute, does she
You're
not
a
succeed?
kobold, right?
Does she not succeed?
She towers over you, 7 feet tall.
Did the whole
And she's just a.
breath of fire thing not succeed?
Oh, it did.
Okay, why is she asking me about it? What you need a fire
She's
for?
asking.
Looks like you could do
so
a fire.
if you can help her out. She's like,
Where
she's
do you
asking
need-
if you're useful.
Where you need help, you know, I'll help you out if you give us a little special treatment, little information pertaining to particular requests that we might be on.
What kind of information you looking for?
Oh, ask those assholes. I don't know anything.
Yeah, you just kind of in for the ride. I won't lie. I
She's
kind
like,
of
I got plenty of shit to take care of right now. It's not easy running a bar. If you guys need something, let me know. But otherwise, I'll be over here.
I'm here to do
Who's
I want to do you a
was there
favor.
any? When did the guy supposedly go missing?
Last night.
That's not okay.
It was
is there anybody
Volo said that Floon's wife came to him that morning and said that he never came back home. And now Floon, now he's giving you the task of finding Floon, and it's nighttime the next day.
Gotcha. Is there anybody working here that was here last night during last night's dinner?
Yeah, I was here last night. I'm here every night. This is my place. Like I said, I'm Burka. I'm a bartender.
Is it safe to assume that these smashed windows over here were due to a fight with a wavy-haired red gentleman with a unicorn necklace?
I would say it's never fair to assume anything. When you assume, you make an ass out of you and me. But no, those windows have been broken for years. They're actually
Well,
antiques, if you will. This whole place used to be my ship. See, I was a captain on the great seas until my ship was.
Burka, I'm gonna stop you right
smashed.
there. None of us really care about that. We're just looking
I
for
care.
a fluid
You're a captain of your own ship? No way.
Well, I'm not. I suppose you guys wouldn't really understand. It's not easy being a dragonborn in a place called the Skewered Dragon.
Preach.
But that was ironically the name of my ship. I did the best I could. If you don't like the shattered windows, you get the hell out.
Oh, the shattered windows are great. I was just under the impression there was a mugging or a
I
fight that
get it.
broke out, and we're trying to find the culprits responsible.
You just think I'm all washed up, huh? And my best days are behind me.
Hurk, look, you're not
No,
respected.
to be fair,
Hurk,
most of the other bars on the street have fully intact windows.
Hurk, you're not
this is the
being
only place that doesn't.
respectful of the lady, the Dragonborn, the fine person we have
My
before
friend
us.
is
She looks good, by the way.
100%
Does
correct.
anybody
I'm
else think
so
she
sorry.
looks good?
Your
So,
establishment is
Burka-
lovely. You look fantastic. I love what you've done with the ambiance in here. The whole fire thing really brings the room together.
See?
Burka's like,
You're lucky your little friend here. Makes a lot of sense. Yeah, one good-looking little individual, I'll tell you that. I mean, you're always welcome in here.
Hey,
I mean, we're like kin. I always say, me and the kobolds. I mean, though I'm big and you're small, we both trace our roots back to the dragons themselves.
that's
It's a
right.
point of pride.
That's right. You
I'm
know,
sure your people as well.
a little size difference doesn't mean anything when you get down to it, you know?
Yeah, you know what they say, size doesn't matter. Well, I'll tell you what, I do have a couple
Burka,
tables that
perhaps
just
you could
opened
tell
up.
me a bit about being a captain sometime on your ship. I would love to hear the stories sometime.
I see you're a fisherman of taste.
Yes,
Anytime.
I am.
Many sea stories I like to tell. In fact, I don't know if you ever had that feeling where it feels like every time you try to use an analogy, you start talking about the open sea and all of your analogies relate to the sea and it takes you over, it washes
Oh
over you.
yes, I could go back and forth with you about that. All the
Yeah,
time,
could
just
you?
like the waves of the ocean going back and forth, never knowing what direction they'll take you. Only the wind determining possibly where you may go on those waves.
Also, your rudders.
It's like, I'll tell you what, I got a lot of stuff to do, but you guys take a seat. I'll come find you. You said you were looking for somebody.
I'm going to ask around a little bit. I'll be right back. You go and find a sieve. I'll come find you.
Thank you.
Sounds good, Miss good-looking lady. Please come find us soon.
Can I?
She gives-
Can I insight on her to see if there's any ill intent behind her asking around?
Sure thing.
Okay.
Can I give guidance to Hurk?
Yeah.
Cast guidance on Hurk.
Yep. As long as you do it
Before
beforehand.
die, Hurk.
Mm-hmm.
Can I cast flirt?
Oh, yeah, you're really just not feeling very, like, you're feeling a little flustered by your last exchange where she almost threw you out. And in that part, you can't really tell if she's like just trying to get away from you or if she's trying to like go in the back to actually get something. You're just not sure. You don't really know how to read a Dragonborn person like you would for like an elf or like a half orc or etc.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm like, guys, I'm sorry. I almost blew that for
Can I-
us. I feel really bad. Like, I was in a rush. Maybe we should have given her some time.
Can I do a little insight check, but not necessarily for if she's trying to screw with us, but if she's trying to screw with me, you know what I'm saying?
Yep,
trying to
go ahead and give me
glorify
an
it.
insight check.
Insight check. Okay. Let me click a guy.
Insight to see if she's flirting.
Yeah. Submit. Nice.
Nice.
18.
Nice job.
So you as a kobold, you're very good at detecting lizard-like mannerisms, and you see that the way that as she spoke with you, and she was talking about like how you are, like thank goodness your friend is talking some sense. As she did that, she started little tiny puffs out the side of her mouth of flames flickered out, and you know that only happens when they're actually genuinely excited.
Yeah. Hurk. Yo.
Yeah, snoo.
Hurk, I don't think. Stop
take
staring
tiny
that down.
good-looking man.
Let's just go get a table. How about you stop
All right.
fucking me over with your fucking peering?
I kind of like get the vibe of what's going on here, and I'm like, you know what? You're right, Tzar. You're a smart man. I don't give you enough credit for how cool and awesome you are.
I am incredibly cool and awesome.
Okay, so where do you guys? So like she heads back towards the
And definitely
back.
not
She goes
for
out
how
there.
big your dick is. Kobolds have dicks.
She
We're
walks past
cloaca.
this guy who's carrying a little crate back to the kitchen, and she quickly just like takes it off his hands. Give me that, and she's like takes it back with him. She's like he was moving too slow. And you guys can go wherever you want. Search around. Where do you guys want to go?
We're gonna go join these guys because they seem like they have an open table. Oh wait, no, hold on. Here's a whole
There's an
open
open table
up
in the
here.
back, yeah.
Here we go. Yeah.
I kind of
Okay.
want to like pass by and I kind of want to observe like what these people might be talking about as we're passing by and cast guidance on myself.
Eavesdropping.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
kinda
you're
use
casting
drop.
guidance, and you're trying to do a
Trying to
perception check.
hear- Yeah, try to hear what maybe these people are talking about in conversation, paying attention to what's going on a bit.
Oh,
Seeing if we can get any answers for like this quest we're doing.
David, how do I whisper to you?
Okay, plus a
Could you-
D4.
Yep, that's good. Scott, the whisper you do is /W,
Okay.
and then you just start typing my name, which I think is the
20.
Audidavian or DM or something, and then it'll fill in the rest of the name. You click on the name, and then whatever you type after that, without touching anything else, will be a whisper. All right. So as you walk by this, all these people here, they all seem to be pirates, and they all seem to be wearing a lot of striped clothing. They're very festive. But over here, you kind of hear there's a big lumbering guy, and you kind of hear, yeah, that's what the boss said, yeah. And then as you go by right here, you hear that big fish man's coming by. Wonder what his angle is. And then as you go by these guys, you hear there's a bard, and he's I think the Kenku bard, and he's strumming a song, so it's making it very difficult for you to hear things. But there's a large group of people around here, and you seem to hear like little whispers and murmurings, something about how you're not wearing the right type of clothing.
Yeah, I'm not wearing any clothing.
Yeah, they said no red or white. What do you think? Think about that. Yeah, Snake's not gonna like that. Yeah, maybe Waldo, and then you hear things like that.
Great. Then I make it to the table.
Okay, so you guys are all seated there, and so are you guys going to just kind of wait for Burka to come back?
Yeah,
Hang
I'm
out?
gonna go
Yeah.
and tell the guys the words
Nobody-
I heard real fast.
Sure.
Kind of like keep them in the loop, like tell them like I, kind of quietly, hey, I was trying to listen in while we walked by, and I heard something about snakes, guy named Waldo, and us and people talking about how we're not wearing the right type of clothing. I don't know what any of that means.
Yes, I did notice that everybody here is wearing red and white stripes.
You think they're part of some kind of gang, Hurk? You ever seen something like this?
Too often. And yeah, that was my first thought. Either a pirate crew, given the circumstances, or
Fucking
more likely a
pirates.
gang.
Hate them.
Kind of holiday cheery gang. Hangs out in a place like this, though.
Fucking pirates. Scourges of the sea. Ruin her good name.
Oh, and I should probably redirect the stream here. Let's see you guys. Let me go back out. So okay, so as you guys sit down, you don't. There's no real service here. There's not like the waiters won't just come up and serve. You have to go up to the bar if you'd like something. The bard's playing some music. It seems to be pretty good, actually. It's a kenku, so it can mimic almost any sound. So it has a nice voice, considerably better than 3 strings. It seems to be like probably one of the only reasons why people come to this bar, besides the cheap drinks, is the kenku that's playing this music. And yeah, as you do that, Burka comes back. She says, "I saw you guys look pretty thirsty. You need any drinks?"
Oh yeah, I'm thirsty. I leave it at that.
She kind of, you see the little, her scales turn ever so slightly shader of red, like greenish reddish. She says that, she says, "Well, anything for you guys, and don't let my smooth talking self. I gotta go here, but if you have any questions, let me know." And she just kind of like
Wait,
nervously.
water! Water!
She's like, "Oh man, that guy is so cute. I wouldn't tell you what." So she does that. So she's like, I'll have one of our helpers come help you out. It's like, so she goes back and she's like, she comes back. She comes back. She personally hands Tzar. What was your drink that she wanted, Tzar?
I just said I was thirsty.
It's like some ale or some water.
She
or
was
some...
so flustered she walked away without taking his order.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm so sorry. What did you want? I just it's so busy in here. Sometimes
What's your
distracted.
favorite drink?
Well, my favorite drink, Dragonborns, we like a good spiced wine.
Ooh.
Or I can also suggest some
You know what I love on a
magic
good
drink.
night like this? Or day? What day is it? What time is it? No say.
It's night. The sun just set.
Cool. I like a good spice.
Took a while with that beholder.
I like a good
Took a
spiced
while
wine.
dismantling that beholder.
Do you think I could order 2 spiced wines? And do you think you could join me?
She's like, well, I'll tell you what, it's really busy right now, but I'll tell you what, I'll give you my. And she's like, reaches, rummaging through her pockets and something. She goes, here's my calling card. She's like, you need something, let me know. And it's like, she hands you this item, and it's a type of card that if you, she tears a piece of it off and hands it to you. It's like a little rip-off thing. There's like, little slots for it. And if you have one of these pieces of paper, it'll when you're looking for someone, it'll gravitate towards that other person. So it's like, if you put the little piece of paper on the table there, it starts to slowly move its way towards Burka
Okay.
to tell you where she is.
Sweet.
So she gives you a little Dragonborn calling card, and it has like little flame patterns on it and stuff like that.
This is a gorgeous
like-
little card. Little
She's like,
girl.
I have a little special. I got a whole barrel of wine back there that it's been aging real nice.
When's this place closed?
He's like, so pretty late.
Oh, damn it.
Busy time but yeah, stop by at some time later. Maybe we could talk. So what's that? Go ahead.
What if my boy Hurk here takes over serving drinks for, let's say, 10 minutes?
She's like, so she turns to Hurk. She's like, how are you with the sleight of hand?
Not particularly good.
Perfect. All right. Well, I'll tell you what. I got something, little something we could put on you in the bag. You definitely need some red and white. I'll get you a little apron, put you work real quick, and maybe I'll sit down with your friend here if you wouldn't mind.
I like look at Tzar and I silently mouth, "You owe me one."
I go and like Mako takes the hint, and he's gonna go walk off and look for Claire.
Okay, so she doesn't care that you just walked away. Yep. Meanwhile, so you now Hurk is handed a little white and red like kitchen apron, and she's like, go ahead and talk to the bartender up front. He'll hook you up, or the girl, whatever. And just calls her the girl, the human girl, whatever. And so she tells you can go up to the front there and start helping out serving drinks while her and Tzar just kind of get to know each other a little bit, okay? So there you go, Hurk. You're behind the bar now.
All right.
Okay, so let's cut to first. Mako wanted to look around a little bit. Let's see what is he looking.
Yeah.
Are you investigating around the area?
I'm gonna try to like see and listen again for more conversations, and I'm gonna cast guidance on myself as well and be like, "Come on, Nanami, I need your help here. You know, like this is like really crucial right now to help out. I need to pitch in too, just as much as Hurk and Tzar are to this mission." And I'm like, "Okay, help me out." And like
And
my
look,
hand on my chest
I'm
and
pitching in a lot.
start the perception check.
Okay,
If
it's
that's
gonna
okay,
be
or
yeah. So you're just kind of like
whatever it
looking.
is.
What exactly are you looking for? Like it's
For
gonna be an investigation check.
about whether or not they've seen this guy, whether or not there's been a fight in the bar, whether or not there's anything unusual going on in the bar right now, or like some kind of information about my people, anything to help us out.
So you
or
already
help
did.
me
You already
out.
did a check on that first half of the bar. So you're not gonna hear much more. You can check out this other half of the bar if you'd like. Oh, you're
That's
already
what I'm
over
trying
there.
to do. I'm on the
Oh, I
other
didn't
half
see
of
you
the
over there.
bar. Yeah.
Okay, sure.
Okay.
Give me a perception check. Number 3. So you look around, and just from hearing, it's very loud. Especially this is a very rowdy section. There's people arm wrestling, playing games, pirates just being pirates. You know, like there's clearly a rowdy bunch. And here at the bar, it's very lively. You see that Hurk is starting to scuffle about, getting orders from these. He looks a little bit flustered, like he doesn't know what he's doing, but he's certainly trying to help out with that. Hurk, you do now have access to the back area if you would like to look around there, but
There's one other thing I'd like to try to do.
sure.
Actually. I want to see if I can like see like any kind of
Ignore that.
pirate signs or any like familiarity like to these pirates to stuff I know about pirates from my past with these guys.
You want to do what about pirates from your past with these guys?
I'm
Sorry.
trying to make it ambiguous on purpose. You know, wink, wink. Don't want to spoil it. But
Sorry, I was doing other stuff while you're talking. What are you trying to do, Cade? What are you
trying
me?
to determine if all these people are pirates and if they're
Okay,
similar
so you wanna
pirates
do
to
an
the
investigation
pirates
check.
I've been, yeah.
Looking for something that's out of place.
No, I'm trying to see, right, if these people are the same pirates, right? Or if there's any familiar
no, they're not. Okay.
to
Yeah,
the one
so
on the ship I was on.
They are
Or,
not
like-
the same pirate. You look around and you have no way of knowing exactly because, you know, pirates are pirates. They jump around different crews and stuff, but you don't recognize any of these guys as your captors.
Okay. This may go the One Piece. Yes, I am the One Piece.
Trying to find the One Piece.
Okay.
You do see that there is a guy that is looks like he's wearing a straw hat, and he's wearing some rolled up jeans and has a red sash around his waist, and seems to be zipping around almost like a little rubber man all over the place, drinking and making merry, putting his feet, jumping up on top of the bar and declaring something about being king of the pirates. Nobody's really taking him seriously. And
I go over to him and say, "You are not king of the pirates. You look nothing like it. And why would you ever want to be a pirate?"
Being a pirate's the best thing you could be. It's the freest that you could possibly be. And one day, I'm going to be the king of the pirates. And he starts laughing and zipping around.
Hurting other people is such a good thing to do. And to go to that level. I think you should rethink your life decisions.
Don't worry, I only attack bad guys.
Bad guys?
Bad guys. It's a bad guys, and he toasts, and everybody just use it as an extreme. All these guys just start drinking. Sorry, I have the wrong thing. I keep trying to. There we go. Whoops. Screen keyboard. So I go here. All these guys are, hey, another one, and then you see a Hurk trying to serve these guys as they finish their drink. And Hurk, are you going to the back to check things out, or are you staying right here just trying to listen in on what's going on?
I'm trying to be as good of an employee as I can, while also trying to draw as much attention as possible away from Tzar and Mako. So I'm doing all kinds of like flip tricks while I'm like mixing up drinks and
nice.
things.
Give me a performance check.
Nice. I feel like if he fails this, it also succeeds.
He does have inspiration he can use. Holy shit. So it turns out you've actually never like really considered this before.
Wait, hold on. Yeah, you know what? One more thing. I unbutton the top couple buttons a little bit, spread it open. We're clapping some cheeks.
It's your special day, my boy Hurk. Putting on a show, about to make it work. Time to celebrate, party going berserk. Nothing can compare, his birthday is a perk. Throwing confetti in the air, it's really fun. We about to turn up from dusk till dawn. Living in the trap, we ain't leaving none. Hurk is
Get that fork to work, it's not working. I go into clap cheek mode.
You're trying to do the morph. Yeah, it's because we pulled a different thing on the page. I know what you're talking about, though. And I don't think it's going to work on this particular page. I do have that.
Disappointing.
Very disappointing.
He's totally the sexy Hurk.
Like we are all in clap cheek mode right now. We need to
slap that bad boy on there for the time being.
I don't know. I can't find the artwork. I thought I would have it in my journal. And we all know what you're talking about. You're trying to do the sexy, the shirtless one. I'll put it up in post.
Okay.
So people can see what it is. Yeah. So you do that, and it's like your years of performing as a gladiator have all culminated for this one moment where you realize that outside of combat as well, you're now able to put on a good show. And though you might not have the greatest sleight of hand, your athleticism more than makes up for it as you start to slide around the bar. You vault over the table. You fill up other people's drinks, and people are just like at awe about how you can navigate around here. Even the little stretchy boy that seems to be really good at acrobatics is like, oh, and he starts clapping, and everybody starts clapping, and hey, and as you do that, roll a 1d10 for tips.
Hell yeah,
for gold.
Nice.
And you managed to rack up 7 goals. So the judges are in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then this guy's kind of an asshole, and 7. Almost everybody at the bar seems to give you a tip. And as you do that, going around over here collecting tips, you're like, thank you for the tips, thank you for the tips, thank you for the tips. As you go right here, give me a perception check.
Alrighty.
Gonna need to be 17. Oh, that's a good one. Okay. As you do that, you notice that sitting on the amongst the crowd there's one seat that's missing, and there just seems to be a large crate, like a box, that's just sitting there. And as you do that, you almost like as they start to all clink around and clap and stuff, you almost hear like a little rumble from the box.
These mimics, they're everywhere. Is there gonna like dip into the back for a second and look for like a spare fire poker or broom or something that I can bring out and smack the box with.
Okay, well, in your current room, yeah, so you have access to all the kitchens. Let me see if I can open that for you. So in the back there's the cask. You see the spiced wine, the specially marked stuff. It has like a little heart on it, and it says for special occasions only. And it seems to be the spiced wine that is.
That's what Tzar got, yeah.
Yes,
it has a lock on the tapper.
It is awesome.
Yeah, it's heat activated actually. Let me see where's the draw thing on here. So it's
a horchata.
How much do you have? 1 or 2 points of inspiration, by the way?
I think I just have 1.
I'll just give you guys a good. That's what Hurk can see. That's what everybody can see. So you guys can see access to the whole back area here. So you don't see anything in particular like right there. But as you look around, here's the kitchen, and there's all sorts of things. There's brooms. There's well, you probably don't want something wooden. There's some cast iron pans. There's what are you looking for again? Just something to poke it with, like a poker?
Something long that I can reach over and poke the box with. Yeah, so like a broom would work fine. I can just take a broom handle and nudge it.
Okay. So as you look next to this guy, there's all he's busy at work. There's a chef in the back. You reach towards the broom handle, and as you do, you notice that it's a very well made piece of wood, and it's well constructed, probably from oak or something. Very nice. And you take that with you.
Okay. And I'm gonna actually walk around this side here over by Digsin, because I feel like that would be kind of sort of a bad move to reach a dirty broom over a bar table. So I'm gonna do it on the clean side over here and just kind of like
an OSHA violation.
I'm just gonna like swat the box off of the stool.
This whole place is an OSHA violation. You've seen the exterior on this. Wait, where's Digsin right now?
He's right here.
He's right next to the box.
Right on the box.
He's on the
box. You're on the box?
Shit. Have you been there the whole time?
Next to it.
Yeah.
I moved over. I moved away when
Oh, okay. Well, shit, you're sitting on the box. Did you do that like intuitively, like when you first came in?
I was just trying to give Tzar some privacy.
Yeah.
Around.
Okay, so you've been sitting there on this box?
I moved to the bar.
Well, if he's been sitting on the box, then I'm going to retcon and say that I didn't do anything. I'm just assuming that that's going to be like a baby seat for him.
What have you? So just let me know, Ian. Has your character been on the box, or has it been next to the box, or on the bar, or like you just kind of went over here? I didn't notice where you were because you're so small.
What is your character's relation to the box?
I'm like leaning kind of against the box. I'm at the bar between the box and this guy, this pirate man, the big one that didn't tip, and I'm kind of leaning towards the box because I don't want to be too close to that asshole.
So you're a little guy, right? So you're leaning on it. It's a stool. So how are you leaning on it? If it's like, you're like 3 feet, 3 or 3.5 something feet tall, right? Like you're a little halfling. The bar stool is about 4 feet tall.
Yeah, it's just tall. I'm just kind of like a wall. You're kind of leaning against it like that.
So you're way up there. Hold on, just barely. Kind of hold on. Okay, sure. So as you do that, it's you go to lean on this, and as you do, you sort of like, it's one of those spinny chairs, and it's kind of spins the whole thing around a little bit. And you notice too that there seems to be like a little like muffled noise as you go around, and maybe that's what Hurk heard. So Hurk, are you over here then? So you said retcon.
Well, if that was if he was sitting on top of it, but if he's next to it, I'm going to be over here.
He's touching it, yeah.
Digsin, you should back up a little bit. I think this is a mimic.
Okay.
All right.
So whatever you guys want to do.
I love how Hurk's main trait is PTSD from a mimic.
Yeah, I know, right?
So for those who don't know,
I'm like a 1-to-1 ratio of sessions to mimics found. I think so far.
He was attacked by a dining table in the middle of a packed coliseum at night, and it was it almost ate him and Yager alive.
Yeah, so I'm gonna take Hurk's advice, and I got kind of behind the non-tipping guy. So
I
he
take the
can be
broom
my
like
shield.
a baseball bat, and I just like wind up and I just swing at the box and try and knock it off the stool.
Roll a attack dice with, what are you attacking with? A broom, improvised weapon, 1d4. Roll me a 1d4 plus proficiency. So it'll be +2. We'll add the +2 later.
Is it a attack roll, or are we just rolling damage?
Attack roll.
Okay.
Let's attack roll, then we'll roll damage later. Oh yeah, the damage is 1d4, isn't it? Yeah, give me a regular. I guess this would be a unarmed strike to just your normal without like you get. I think everybody's proficient in. You're proficient in improvised weapons, actually. Yeah. So you let me know. Don't you have like improvised weapon button on there?
It's a 21 to hit.
Does hit. And did you roll your stuff for that? You rolled a.
I rolled already. It was a 6.
The improvised melee weapon for 6 damage.
Yep.
Just seeing how much HP boxes have real quick. Yeah, 2, tiny, small, 3 HP. Okay, resilient would be 5, and you could roll 6. Okay, so it's a pretty resilient small object, but so 5 was enough to break it. So 6, you do that, you whack this box, and as you do, you hit the box, and you hear something. What the hell? And as you do that, the box breaks, splinters, and a person appears sitting on there. It is in fact a man wearing a striped hat, and he is been hiding in the box. And I'll show you guys. Here he is.
God, he's hot.
It's Waldo. It's hot Waldo, baby. It's Waldo of Waterdeep, and he's like, oh God, the hell did you do that for? How do you know I was in this box?
Sorry, I heard the clapping like a dummy thick cheeks or something.
You got to be dummy thick to do. I mean, he says, you got to be dummy thick to do that. Sorry, yeah.
I love the change in voice.
Hey,
Honestly,
listen,
I am so sorry. I thought you were a mimic. I heard the box moving around, and it kind of spooked me a little bit. I apologize.
No, I gotta give it to you, friend. You're really good at that. What was it? A broom? You're really good with the broom. What I could say? What can I say? If you're good enough to see through my disguise, who are you? What are you doing here? Who just comes up and starts wailing on a box? I admire your skill. What the hell?
There's been just a large rash of mimics invading the city lately, and I'm doing my part to clean the streets by any means necessary. So I apologize if I hit you by collateral thinking that you were a mimic. But
so as you back the box, you notice that there's several people along the bar. They're not necessarily these people here, but they're just around the bar. This is okay. You guys use your imaginations. There's like one here. They kind of half stand up as you hit the box, and he kind of like motions them like it's cool, and they sit back down again. So he's like, hey there, friend, why don't you come with me and let's have a little chat. Where are you sitting?
I'm actually working behind the bar. Can I feel so bad for assaulting you. Can I offer you a drink on the house?
He's like, no, really, I insist. Let's go talk. And then the guy working behind the bar here just kind of undoes your little apron and says, he's like, you better go.
What do you know about this guy?
I said, you better go with this guy. He's crazy. I would go with him.
Crazy. Okay, crazy. And I whistle over.
Also, I love your accent.
Thank you. Yours as well. It's very silky smooth.
It's
like warm cotton candy to my ears.
Yes. I see you're a strong man. I see you work out, yes?
Every day. 100 push-ups, 100 squats.
And a 10 kilometer run, huh?
Exactly.
Nice. Anyways, you should go. We'll talk.
Okay.
I watch your back.
I whistle and make eye contact with Mako, and I'm like, hey, try and get his
Mako
attention.
hears him, and he like goes over to the table, kind of towards I'm trying to make it go in between, but yeah, in between the guys, like, what's up?
All right, I'm like making eye contact with Mako. I'm like, this guy wants to talk. I'm going to step outside. maybe keep an eye out.
Try my best.
So you guys, Wall's like, follow me, boys. I'll have your friend, what was it? The little lizard man. I'll have him notified where we are. And there's someone that kind of gets up, and they walk around, and they go, kind of just let Tzar and Burka know kind of like what's happening a little bit.
What do you mean?
And Wall's like, come with me, friend. And he just kind of walks kind of back. He's kind of carrying himself like he owns the place.
trying to follow him. Is that?
Yep, you can try.
I don't know if Digsin wants to join, but I'll shoot him a glance too and be like,
Digsin
to join. I will trail at a distance. I'm gonna put my eyeball on the bar.
Okay. And if you say a pun, it will watch things for you.
I'll be right back.
There you go. It does require a different pun every time.
Yeah.
Aye, Captain. And then yeah. So you put it right here, right?
Yep.
Right where you're sitting.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. And you follow at distance. Are you kind of sneaking? Are you trying to like sneak and hide kind of behind them to not let them know?
I don't necessarily want Waldo to know that I'm around, but I want to just kind of keep an eye out on my guys.
Okay. So are you going to be here in the back with them? You can use stealth to hide, or you can if you're back with them though. Like otherwise, you can't hide in like an area where everybody can see you.
Yeah,
because
I'm gonna like stealth back to where they're at. So
okay, just give me a stealth check, and you can kind of listen in on their conversation here, and see if you get noticed or not for hiding.
Nice.
Okay, you are perfectly. You position yourself, lodged, nestled, like right in their. There's barrels everywhere. You just perfectly blend in with these barrels, and you can hear everything that they say. And they're completely undetected. Wait, better One Piece joke. Mako is goldy fish. Okay, so as we do this, you see Waldo turns to you, Hurk, and all of a sudden he seems to almost like a mirage kind of lifts from him as he releases disguised self. Looks to be a guy wearing all stealth black. He has a red bandana and a mullet. And he turns to you and says, "It's me, Snake. What do you want?"
Oh,
you're that snake.
You're the snake.
That's where we're going to end tonight.
All right.
It's
me,
that's a good
snake. Ending, yeah. He's the snake. That they were talking about in the bar. Okay, that's cool.
Oh, man. Love that.
It's fucking great.
And that's where we're going to end it, guys. Hopefully everybody had a good time role-playing there.
Yeah, it was fun,
and you guys got to actually find Waldo.
Was Waldo in a box? Was Waldo in a box in the original bar? I have to know.
So, as you guys will find, this guy can cast at will, disguise self, and he can also summon a box at will that he can hide under.
Soon.
I love that.
Soon.
So you guys are going to be able to. That's where we're going to leave things off with Dragon Heist. When you guys resume next week, we're going to be trying to unravel the mystery of Waldo of Waterdeep and why everybody keeps on whispering these things about Snake and why everybody's seems to respect this guy so much in this particular bar. And we're going to find all those mysteries out as the rabbit hole gets a little bit deeper next week.
Beautiful.